Two. Folks, welcome to Thanksgiving week. It is happening once again. Welcome to So Bad It's Good. This is our pop culture roundup, and we have with us, as always, from the podcast Snarkbait, go rate and review that 5 stars, the one and only Sophie Ross Brooks. Sophie, how are you?
Hi,
Hi.
I'm good. Hi, I'm excited for a short week. So
What is I was going to ask, that was my thing, is like, what does Thanksgiving week look for you guys this week? What are you doing?
I have a busy Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday we always spend Thanksgiving with my family because my family's farther, so it's way easier to see Henry's family. You know, I see them very often, luckily. My family's harder, so
are you going to Cincinnati?
Yeah, we're going to Cincinnati. We go on Wednesday. And I just love Thanksgiving because we don't celebrate Christmas. So like Thanksgiving is like the one holiday where all of the cousins are together. It's my whole mom's side. It's always really fun. The food is always amazing. We always have not just turkey, but like brisket, corned beef, so many good sides, sweet potato casserole. I love Thanksgiving.
Are you doing Skyline Chili this week?
Yeah, we always do Skyline Thanksgiving on Friday. We usually do bowling and Skyline. And so we're doing this time we're doing bowling, Skyline, Wicked too.
Oh, that was what I was going to ask you, because Wicked for Good came out and I just want to remind the audience, the last Wicked last year, Sophie was sobbing. She was a wreck. I wasn't there with her, but word got around town that she was just a mess during this Wicked. So are you expecting to cry again at Wicked for Good?
100%. I've been listening to the album like leading up to it. And I'm mad that I have to wait until Friday. Like if it were up to me, I would have seen it this weekend, but you know, it's a cousin thing. We went last year and we already have our tickets to go Friday.
Are the cousins like scared to go with you because of your emotional reaction to the movie?
They know that like I will be singing the songs in voice note form for weeks afterwards. So that's what they're scared for.
There's I have one of my friends, or one of the creators, Abby Bonaditas, who you might know as well. She lives in New York, but she's like all Wicked all the time. And I got to meet her in person at BravoCon, and she's already seen this Wicked for Good, I think like 4 or 5 times. She rented out a theater for her birthday to show Wicked for Good.
That's unreal. I'm so jealous. Are you going to see it?
Yeah, but I hate to say this, but like Rebecca really doesn't like Wicked. And I like the first movie. I know. Rebecca. You got to give her shit. No, I mean, I don't understand it. There are certain things where I'm like, it's a little weird even for me that you have this strong of a reaction to this. And I personally, I liked Wicked a lot. I mean, I wasn't obsessed with it, but I definitely want to see it. And I even said on Friday, I said, hey, we were at the mall and we were doing some shopping for the baby. And I was like, do you want to go see Wicked? And she's like, no. Are you kidding? No.
Wait, what's her reasoning? Like, what's not to love?
So she went and saw Wicked on Broadway when it first came out with her mom, and she said they both didn't like it. She said the second act wasn't good. She said it wasn't strong. Yeah, on Broadway.
But what about like the movie?
She's never seen the movie. In fact, she watched like the. But see, that's the thing. You got to like trick her into seeming like it's her decision, and then like I've gotten her to like things that she said she's not liked before, but you got to find the right way to kind of work it in, and then she kind of comes to it.
What movies does she like? Does she like the Saw franchise? Like, is that?
She doesn't like the Saw franchise at all. She does. I'm trying. What does she love? I mean, she loves. God, that is a great question, because I mean, we really kind of usually align on television, and we're both really into this season of Dancing with the Stars. Which, by the way, Rebecca has come on the last month now to do Dancing with the Stars recaps, and the audience seems to really enjoy her. But I think this Wicked thing could really be the first.
Derail her reputation.
Yeah. That's what I mean. She's kind of, I was doing a Southern Charm recap yesterday, and she heard me from the other room say that Craig's over Paige. And she was like, are you kidding me? She said, are you kidding me? And then she came in and she read Craig the Riot Act. She was like, this guy hasn't changed at all. I mean, she was and then she felt she went off so much that she apologized last night going, I think I might have been too hard on Craig. And I was like, I think the audience is fine. I think they're fine.
Yeah. I mean, you can be as hard on Craig as you want. Honestly.
I know that's it's like I gotta tell you.
Go harder on him. Go harder on him.
See, everyone. This is what I'm so like the longer I do this, the more confused I get with like just like it's like I don't know. I guess I'm more of a pussy than most people. But like there are people that I'm hard on, and then there are people that I'm hard on that I actually then kind of see another side of, or I'm like, oh, they're changing. But like some people are like, that's never good enough. You've got to always hate this person. You've got to always. And I'm like, Craig, for better or worse, is trying to be better. Whether you believe, I don't think he's trying to pull a fast one.
You genuinely think that he's trying to be better?
Yes, I do. I genuinely do.
I guess I disagree with that.
Well, I mean, like better than Shep.
I mean, if we're comparing the Southern Charm guys, maybe he's the least terrible. Like, but like that's even like a maybe. No, Austin is the least terrible, I would say. But no, I don't believe that Craig is trying to change or will ever change. I think that he is awful. And has been for a long time. I never understood the Craig hype, even while he was with Paige. Like, I never, ever, ever.
No, I will. That is true. I mean, I've known you for so long, and you've always been on that train. So that has never changed.
I told you, remember when they were dating, and you were like, "I think they might get engaged," and I was like,
"I know." I said, "I think they're an older man going. I think they're in game. I thought really they're in game." But listen, by the way, once I watched this past season of Summer House and Southern Charm, I realized, oh, Paige is completely over this. And I love that in this episode of Southern Charm, Paige, they do a flashback to Paige horizontally laying at his pool, which is like where Paige does her best work. And he's like, why don't we get married in like 2 years or like get engaged? And she's like, okay.
Yeah, okay. She's like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, true love.
But
crazy,
I mean, I
think
it
didn't work out.
Well, I think Craig was obsessed with the idea of them, right?
Yeah. And I mean, Paige was always out of Craig's league. So, like, yeah, he was obsessed with her.
Wait, Craig was always out of Paige's league?
Wait, I meant the opposite. Did I say I meant Paige was always out of Craig's league. Like, Paige was always better than Craig. So, of course, he was going to be obsessed with Paige no matter what, because she is beautiful. She is just wait.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I think Craig is extremely good looking. I think they're matched up in terms of looks.
You think that, but you're also not attracted to men. So it's
How dare you? Dare you?
True, Ryan. You can look at like a man from the out. Like you're talking about from like your gaze. Okay. I'm talking about from the female gaze.
So does the female gaze, are you undressing Craig with your eyes and going, that doesn't work for me? No,
because of his personality. Like, have you ever seen that, joke about how, like, the fox from Zootopia, like, that is, like, a woman's dream man? It's all about personality. You know?
It's
different for us.
Which is maybe why you're saying Austin is almost the winner in a sense, because he seems like he has a better personality where he doesn't take things as seriously as Craig and he's not as insane as Shep, right?
Yes. Oh my God. Craig could hit on me. I know that like we always talk about this, and I'm sure the baddies are sick of hearing this about you arguing that Craig is like a dream guy. Craig could walk up to me at a bar, single me, say that I'm not married, walks up to me, hits on me, I would turn him down.
Okay, we gotta find a way to make this happen, because I really want to test this theory if this is true.
No, I'm serious. Like he's
but wait. Let me.
They did a flashback on Southern Charm of him like yelling at everyone and whining and going like he's just like such an immature, annoying, whiny like asshole.
Well, let me push back a little bit, because you really didn't like Carl Radke for a second, and now you do like Carl because you've met him in person.
No, I wouldn't say I never.
Well, and I'm not. But I want to. I'm not saying that you would hook up with Carl. You just liked him.
I never like disliked him a lot. Like he was an asshole. Like when he was drinking and on drugs in early seasons of Summer House. But I never ever thought that Carl was like a really bad guy. Like I did with, the Southern Charm guys.
Do your relatives or your cousins? Do they all watch Bravo? Are these the kind of conversations you get into?
Yeah, my one cousin always sends me her musings on Salt Lake City, on Potomac. What did she text me the other day?
I gotta get this person on the show, because she would probably be great.
Shout out
Janie. Would be great. She goes, on here.
I fear Brittany will have a spot next year on Real Houses of Salt Lake City.
Oh wow, she's anti-Brittany. Wow, on Salt Lake City. Well, Brittany, Brittany is
the drama, the anti-Semitism drama that actually got deleted from a lot of the Real Housewives subs for whatever reason.
Wait. First off, subs, what are you talking about subs? Like OnlyFans?
Subreddit. So Brittany Bateman and Jared, apparently, there was a nail salon owner that got exposed for saying that he does not like to serve Jewish people at his
In
salon
Salt Lake City.
in Salt Lake City. And someone posted the DMs where he was disparaging Jews and saying he didn't want to serve Jewish people. And Brittany and Jared,
He was putting this in writing that I don't like Jewish people.
Put this in writing, then got the salon. And I'm sorry, I don't have like the names in
Yeah,
front of
yeah,
me
yeah.
right now, but the salon got, flooded with some bad reviews. Brittany Bateman and Jared, guess what? They went on and left him each glowing reviews. So they're okay with anti-Semitism. And I think maybe that's a deeper thing with her and Meredith. Like, I don't know. That's
Oh my God. You know what?
This is not getting enough attention because it keeps getting deleted from these subreddits.
Wait, so this is on a subreddit and it keeps getting deleted from subreddits.
I think it's still on the Salt Lake r/RHOSLC subreddit.
But do they tell you why something's deleted? Do they tell you why something gets deleted?
Major Bravo subreddits. It's like no politics. Like being anti-Semitism is political, I guess. But
dude, this is legitimately the first time I've ever heard of it.
No attention. It's
how long has this been going on for?
I think it came out like last week, and I some people about it, but otherwise it hasn't really gained any traction because people don't care.
You know what's interesting is that Orange County, which I know you didn't watch, and thank God you didn't because it was a horrible season, was that they had their reunion, and obviously the Gretchen anti-trans post and the LGBTQ posts happened, and then it kind of steers towards Tamra being horrible, which Tamra's she is horrible on the show, but these posts. There's never a conclusion. There's never what's frustrating is that they bring these conversations up, and sometimes I wonder if these shows can handle the weight of these serious discussions. And part of me wants to believe that they can. Part of me, I know nobody really wants to watch that anyways, but it is important. And to your point, God, that would be a fascinating conversation between Meredith, who just got bar mitzvahed last season, and Brittany, and explaining. But my thing is, that's the thing, is that even with Gretchen, I talked to Gretchen, I was like, why would you like these? Oh, I didn't. My thing is, I just want somebody to tell me why. Just tell me, so is it just, I don't like Jewish people or I don't like trans people? I don't like the mystery of then lying about something or
literally own it.
But just explain that, and if that is your viewpoint, this is your forum. There's probably, unfortunately, a lot of people that agree with you. And that's the thing that I get caught up in, because these shows don't do a good job ever of telling us what is real and what isn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
With the Britney thing, we'll never know if that is, is that 100% true? Is somebody, because now everybody's like, that's AI, that's this, that's that. And that's even confusing for people.
I know. What is the truth anymore? What is real?
Well, no, because there's got to be real, right? We got to have something that is real. I believe that is so important. And if you're going to introduce on reality television, not just Bravo, but reality television as a whole, if you're going to introduce this, as producers, I feel like it is your job to then also determine what is real and what isn't, and be able to share that with the audience for better or worse if you're going to open up that door to have that storyline.
Mm-hmm. When do they film? Have they filmed the next season of Salt Lake City yet? Are they filming?
No. Which, by the way, I was going to bring up was that on Friday, we got the news, obviously, that Jen Shah is getting released on December 10th. And she was supposed to be released November of next year, you guys. It was still a year away. And then she got she has now gotten, 4 years knocked off of her sentence during five different things where she had good behavior and participated in classes. So she got all this time knocked off, and December 10th, she comes out. And I was shocked because I had just talked about this because there were just new paparazzi photos of Jen Shah in prison and Elizabeth Holmes from Theranos. What was your reaction to this?
I'm pissed off about it, honestly. She doesn't deserve to be released this soon. It's only been 2.5 years. I think that her crimes were ruthless. She
just to remind you,
savings of elderly, vulnerable people.
Targeting and these people weren't rich. She wasn't targeting rich elderly people. She was targeting elderly people. And that is just, to me, scum. I will say,
of the earth.
Well, listen, she obviously went to prison and there is that element of you served your time, but I think in no way, and I don't think they're trying to do this, but in no way should she be back on Salt Lake City for the next couple of years at least.
Absolutely
no way.
Not. I know that Andy said that he never wants to see her again. So hopefully, and I know it's not always up to him, but hopefully that is, that promise is kept, because Salt Lake City is amazing without her. It's better than when she was on, honestly.
Exactly. 100%. It would bring down the show in so many ways. And the show is doing good where you don't need that. But there was this great article this week in Variety by Kate Arthur interviewing Frances Berwick, who is the head of Bravo and the head of Peacock. And they were going through, could Nene be back on the network? And she was like, yes, we do see a path forward with Nene. And then they asked about Jen Shah. And she goes, personally, no. But it was phrased like, do you think that it's less forgivable what Jen Shah did compared to some of the other housewives? And she was like, yeah, I think it's less easy to get over. And I'm so disgusted by her. And I'm so scared of the Bravo fans. There was some viral tweet reminding everyone that a World War II veteran that Jen Shah scammed took his own life. And so many responses to that tweet were like, well, he was 95. He was on his way out. And I was like, is this... Are you... Wait, somebody said he was 95? He was on his way out?
So many Bravo fans were like, oh my God, fuck veterans anyway.
We just want... I just...
Fandom? I actually feel ashamed of the Bravo fandom.
Sometimes happy. I hate to say, this is supposed to be a funny, stupid podcast, but happy Thanksgiving. But we seem to really love to fucking hate people behind a keyboard. Man, we will say the worst shit. We will say, I will say that's why I love BravoCon, because it was out there in the open and you got to actually talk with people and it turned out to be this fun celebration. But when we get behind a keyboard, man, we say the wildest, saying he was on his way out. So it's not as bad.
It was disgusting. Ryan, I'll send you the tweet and then you can go through the replies and the quote tweets if you're up for it. It was so horrifying. And people are like, Queen for causing a...
To Jen Shah? Queen?
Because she caused a World War II veteran to unalive himself. So, fuck Jen Shah and fuck the Bravo fans that want her back.
This is... Again. I don't go on Reddit. So it's I almost live in this weird little bubble now where I'm I thought we were all in alignment about Jen Shah. I thought we all, as a community, did not want her back.
Apparently not. You're the girl in the bubble. Wicked 2 reference.
Yeah, it's I'm over here just thirsting for Craig Conover, and I'm just completely lost at this point. Well, the Jen Shah thing also, she's not needed, but what I do predict, they're not gonna send a camera crew out there to watch her. It's not gonna be a Karen Huger situation, because you can argue Karen Huger, even though 4 DUIs, obviously disgusting and appalling, and thank God she didn't hurt anybody, but you could also make the argument that's more of a disease. You could make that argument. But Jen Shah, what I do predict, though, is whoever represents Jen Shah, because she does have a manager, is I believe they will pay for their own camera crew, and she will be filmed getting out of prison, but it will not be Bravo's cameras. So before we get angry when we see cameras, just remember that they could hire their own camera crew. But she has to make $6.5 million in restitution.
Yeah.
And how's that going to work without Bravo, Yeah,
she's going to be making her rounds. I'm sure she's going to write a book. I'm sure she's going to be, just on the press circuit, going on whatever talk show will take her. She's going to be doing whatever she can to make up that money. She's going to be everywhere, and I'm not ready for it. But
yeah, just imagine she gets back on Salt Lake City, and then the first fight she gets into, I think people would just think about those victims watching her try to swing at Heather or something again. I think people would be enraged.
And also she owes $6.5 million. What's she going to do? Wear fake Versace?
That's what I'm saying. Could you imagine her coming up with new bling and people would be like, what are you wearing?
Exactly. It's not going to work. It's never going to work. No, we don't want it. Bye.
I see. I don't get that, though. I was, at the BravoCon, Angie Katsunavis and I think other Salt Lake City ladies said that they would rather Jen Shah back on the show than Monica Garcia. And I do not understand that because I was a Monica, I'm a Monica Garcia fan to a degree. I think the show is even way better than that season she was on, which I thought was a pretty good season. I wanted to see her come back, but I'm shocked that it's still way better. It's still just so good. But why did those other ladies even support Jen Shah coming back? Or if they had a choice, it would be Jen Shah. That confused me.
They think that what Monica did was the ultimate betrayal to them. Whereas Jen Shaw, she just
So if Jen Shaw stole money
from
from their families or their parents,
their
maybe.
grandparents, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Perfect. Insane. Also, just the OC thing with like Gretchen and the post. The thing that I found weird was that, she was like, I might have accidentally liked these things. But as they pointed out on the show, like your FYP, you're getting presented with these things, which means this is the kind of shit you consume. And I wanted to see if you would do this. Can you pick up your iPhone and not show me, but tell me what your FYP is filled with?
My
and I'll do the same.
on TikTok or Instagram?
Instagram.
Okay.
I don't even wait. There's an FYP on TikTok. I just thought you just scroll and get your videos.
For you page.
Oh, for you page. TikTok. Okay.
Bravo. Real Housewives of Rhode Island post.
Nice.
A Bengals. T. Higgins.
That's football. Got it.
JD Vance's wife addresses divorce speculation. Page 6.
Okay. Still kind of in the pop culture arena.
Yeah. My friends, I'm seeing like friends posts, influencers that I follow.
Okay.
Podcasts that I follow. Swindled, great podcast, by the way. Oh, they have a new episode. That's exciting.
Swindled?
It's called Swindled. And
I've never heard of it.
He does really, really, really detailed breakdowns of like scammers.
So Jen Shaw might be a part of that show one day.
It would be a great episode. I'm sure he's done like an episode on Anna Delvey, like,
Here's mine. I have Bradley Cooper. It says, "What's wrong? Hollow eye, surprise gaze." That's on my FYP. Some interview with Jennifer Aniston. Another thing about Bradley Cooper. Sister Wives. Jimmy Kimmel. Wicked. Paul McCartney. The rap group Clips. A lot of Wicked.
Is this your Discover page or your feed?
This page.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Here's my Discover page. I was going down my...
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. God, I'm really aging myself this. What is FY? I thought this was the FYP page.
No, you're thinking... Oh, the FYP page is on TikTok, For You page.
Okay.
This is my Discovered still wedding. I got married over...
Oh my God. She just showed the photo, you guys, and it was all wedding shit.
I think because I still like to look at wedding dresses. Stranger Things, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Kelsey Ballerini and Chase Stokes.
Wow.
Lindsay Hubbard, hi, Poodles. Yeah, that's fine.
I got some Grinch stuff as I scroll down. I got Whitney from Mormon Wives and Dance with. Yeah, I mean, so it's like I feel pretty safe if somebody got my. I mean, I would read as trash, but there's nothing like hateful on it,
Don't lie, Ryan. Yours is fuck LGBTQ people.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's like, yeah, no, thank God. I mean, could you imagine though but it is true. Like that's part of the reason why I got off Twitter was just because I know you can kind of, curate it in a sense.
So
but when I would go on there, I just got so angry and scared.
Yep.
Like I got it just. And so it was really hard for me to get off at first because I used to love Twitter X or whatever it is. But now there's Threads, which is not Twitter, but it's like, at least it's not giving me that negative feeling, which is really important. But I'm not knocking anybody that's on Twitter, by the way. I want to make that clear.
I still look at Twitter sometimes, but it's no longer like my number one app like it used to be. I haven't posted on it in so long. But yeah, Twitter tries to tell you what you like and enjoy. They put in front of you, these disgusting, horrible tweets versus Instagram and TikTok, which tailors, and not to defend Instagram, but not to defend Mark Zuckerberg, but it does kind of tailor your feed to what you like and engage with,
Yeah. So going back to Wicked, you guys, huge weekend for Wicked. It took number one at the worldwide box office. Wicked for Good opened at number one with a massive $150 million from 4,115 North American theaters. The film set a record for Broadway adaptations, and it passed the debut of 2024's Wicked, which previously held the benchmark with $112.5 million. So it increased 38 million in ticket sales for the sequel, and it's headed into this Thanksgiving weekend, which it seems like this is going to be huge. And a reminder, on Wednesday, we have the new season, or the first part of the new season of Stranger Things, which I know Sophie loves and I love, but Rebecca doesn't watch Stranger Things. And my dad just got in town about 2 hours ago and he doesn't watch Stranger Things. So I'm going to have to either stay up super late or wait.
Yeah, you're going to have to sneak away to watch it.
I can act like I have tummy issues or something for like 2 hours.
I honestly was like, what even like happened in Stranger Things? I don't remember at this point.
Every season, they wait so long with these seasons, which I'm fine with, but then you forget. I was like, yeah, I remember the Vecna guy and these kids.
Yeah, Vecna. I was like Henry because we were trying to decide what to watch last night before we ended up doing a Pirates of the Caribbean marathon. But I was like,
does it hold up? Does it hold up?
It honestly does. Davy Jones with his little tentacles.
Davy Jones. Wait, how did you watch all 4 Pirates movies?
No, we got to the first 2. You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one. But I was like, oh, should we rewatch Stranger Things to like jog our memories? And Henry was like, I remember what happens, Vecna and shit.
Yeah, it's like strange. It's like strange and things happen. Like,
yeah.
But these kids, I mean, like it's like the obvious joke, but it's true. Like these kids are in their 30s now. Like there's no way that the time span of this show, like the way, and I mean, I can't wait. It'll probably be amazing. But it is funny that all these kids have like knee issues now and stuff like that. Like they're all graying around the temples, and they're supposed to be kids in this. But I'm excited. So that's this Thanksgiving as well, which my dad got into town and he was messing. With Mom passing a couple years ago, I just realized he can really mess with me because we were talking with Rebecca, who's pregnant right now, and we were talking about not drinking and not smoking, and she was like, "Well, we remember your mom smoked before she had you, and that was a really tough thing." And my mom, that would have been a huge revelation. And me and Rebecca were like, "What?" I was like, "What?" He's like, no, I'm fucking around. But like, he could have had me. I would have believed that my mom was that would have been a huge revelation that would have, I don't know what, it just would have shocked me, but I almost believed it.
But smoked what?
Smoked weed every day.
She smoked weed while she was.
Yeah.
That would explain so much about you.
It would, by the way, I'm looking for reasons to explain why I am.
He saw your reactions and then he was like, just kidding, guys.
Yeah, just kidding. It's like, but I thought that was like, how powerful is that? Like, he could literally tell me anything about my mom right now and I would be forced to believe it because she's not here to like defend herself, right?
Yeah.
Anywho, so Wicked came out great. Now, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which by the way, I'm on episode 9. I'm a mom talk gal myself.
So I'd been tipped off that you were on it, so I was like excited to see it, and I knew it was
trigger warning, Ryan Bailey.
Trigger warning, Ryan Bailey. I was so proud, and you go, folks. Folks.
It is weird. Like people have been sending it to me or like, oh, I saw you. And then I always feel like such a, like, can I I reposted one and then I was like, can I repost it? Cause I feel like that's too braggy when it's like, it's by act, like it's not like I auditioned and, it's like, it's
the number one show like on the planet. Maybe Hulu actually was like, this is our number. This article was in the Sun, but it was like, they're bigger than the Kardashians. We're investing everything we have now.
Oh, I think their reality show, they don't release streaming numbers, but I think it has to be bigger than the Kardashian reality show. 100%.
Well, yeah. Like that's not surprising at all. So yeah, you're like on the number one show in the world, basically.
I mean, that's coming off a real hot streak from BravoCon to this. But I have to tell you, there was this kind of prideful moment. It's like, oh, I wish my mom could see this. But like I was, like I said, it's like not like I auditioned, like it just happened by luck. But it was really, really nice and rewarding and how much I love reality shows. And I thought it was a pretty decent season. The fact that they're still so messed up. And I'm so curious because Whitney and Dancing with the Stars has their finale on Tuesday. Rebecca's going to come on and recap it with me, which we're excited. Whitney Levitt got kicked off last week on Dancing with the Stars. And this week, this series on season 3, she says, I pretty much came back to Mom Talk because they said I could audition for Dancing with the Stars. She's really out there open about it, which the more I saw this a couple weeks ago and I was like, ooh, I wonder if this is going to affect the way people look at her because she was already kind of considered a villain in the first season. And then I was like, well, I've thought about it more. I'm like, well, listen, she said what she wanted. And obviously she knows these girls don't like her. And so why would she like these girls? But it is that kind of interesting dynamic of being tied to a reality show. And so much so that they have to offer gifts to get you back to film. And I was like, will Whitney do season 4 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
I'm sure she will. Especially based on the finale, it seems like they all like kissed and made up for the most part. And it's like the biggest show. They're not going anywhere. I think the only reason she wouldn't is if she moved to New York to be Roxy Hart.
Well,
on
remember,
Broadway.
she posted on Instagram over the
Right.
weekend that she was auditioning on Broadway. Now, the main, obviously Chicago does stunt casting all the time. It's the way that they've survived so long. But then somebody else was saying that it could be some other, like somebody said, I think it's Hamilton. They were like, it might not be Chicago. Like, it would be interesting if people expect this so much, if she kind of surprised us and it was another Broadway show. But I was trying to think of Broadway shows that really have dance involved, because she is a damn good dancer.
I'm trying to think, like Mufasa and The Lion King. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I'm like, I can't even think of any Broadway shows right now.
Mufasa.
But
she's in Aladdin. Yeah.
People are speculating that the show premiering while she's in the middle of Dancing with the Stars may have hurt her the way that people perceive
Sophie,
her.
Dude.
Part of the reason why she got voted off.
Okay, I watched those screeners early, and I even like threaded that at the time. I was like, I wonder how this season will affect her positively or negatively. But I'm still so confused with the Dancing with the Stars, like how much the voting like counts and how much the judges count, because we're coming down to the finals and we've got like Jordan Childs, an Olympian. We got Dylan Efron, which, by the way, Zac Efron came last week.
I saw it. It was so cute. When Dylan got his scores, he turned to his mom and he was like,
"Is that good? Is that good?"
He's so cute.
Hey, can I stop? Can I retire from the yachts? Can Dylan take care of us now?
He looked great, by the way. It seems like the swelling has gone down.
Rebecca did get in trouble for that because she said like he still looked kind of fucked up, but she didn't realize but
great.
I thought he looked amazing, but she also didn't realize he had a fall that broke his jaw.
Yeah.
She didn't know about that.
Apparently, I mean, I saw a TikTok. I wish I could credit this creator where they were explaining that kind of jaw injury and surgery. I'm sure he's probably gotten some work done here and there, just cosmetically speaking. But apparently this jaw injury and surgery can take forever to heal. And it becomes really swollen and your face looks fucked up. And like that probably is why his face looked so fucked up for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously an intense accident, but it was so good to finally see him there. But we're coming into the finals, and I think it's going to come down to Robert Irwin and Alex Earl. Those are like my top two, even though, we have 5 contestants, including Elaine Hendricks. But I mean, it's at this point, it's pretty much Robert Irwin, because this kid has a history with the show. His sister Bindi has won it before. And I was watching clips over the weekend of like a young Robert Irwin, like 17 years ago, going, I think it'd be great to one day be on Dancing with the Stars. And it was so cute. And like, but I will tell you, Sophie, I want to listen to your Snarkbait episode about Alex Earl, because I have to tell you, I knew of her obviously, but I really had a very big misconception about her, because I think she's damn good. Like she really impressed me.
I mean, you could listen to the episode. We come to the conclusion that she's like pretty harmless. She's had her moments and like problematic things that have come out about her, but for the most part, she is relatively harmless and is good at what she does, whether it's Get Ready With Me's or like being a performer. She's like meant to be a star.
Yeah, she said this thing last week, and I wonder if you have these moments. It's like kind of that flow state thing of like, she's like, I just love this so much, and I look forward to every morning knowing I get to do this. And it wasn't like overly confident like Whitney can be sometimes, but it was like this, and I was like, oh, I kind of believe that. Like, she knows she has the talent, and she actually, like, it's obviously really challenging, but that thing where you're like, oh, I get to get up and do this. Do you have things like that in your life where you're like, oh, I get to get up and podcast with Ryan today? Oh my God. Like, in life, do you have that?
On my like good days, I mean, obviously there are good days and bad days. Sometimes I'm like, the last thing I want to do is podcast. Everyone hates me. I hate myself. I hate my life. Right? But then there are the days where I'm like, I can't believe I have a podcast and people care about what I have to say. Like, how freaking awesome is that?
Blows me away. Like, how weird is that? Like, really, truly, because I was like, well, I did this when nobody listened, and I would do this again when nobody listens again.
Yeah.
I'll keep doing it. But it is shocking. And I will say, like, I will doubt myself up until the part where the microphone turns on. And it's not then I'm like, oh, I'm a badass. It's just that I start talking, like I start talking. Folks, welcome to So Bad. I've turned into Bill Cosby. Folks, you got to do the thing with the thing.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. It's me, Kate. I believe in myself, too. Woo! Uh-oh, your dog is like annoyed in the background.
I know he's so annoyed. But can we steer the Can I just like steer the conversation really fast back to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Please.
There was something very dark about this season. I loved it. It was great. Specifically though, like the Michaela and her husband Jace storyline. Fuck Jace, her husband.
Yeah, fuck. No, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Oh my God, absolutely disgusting. So basically, just if you guys didn't watch, or even if you did, just to rehash it really fast, Michaela talks about the trigger warning sexual abuse that she endured
at a very young age. Very young age.
6 years old, and then again as a teenager. And then she got pregnant. Jace got her pregnant when she was 16 and he was 21. She's now 25 and has had 4 kids now. And he's complaining about her not giving him enough sex and her body kind of rejecting him. And it's like, yeah, because she's grown up and realized that you're one of her groomers.
Well, wait,
and apparently that's legal in Utah, by the way. 21 and 16 being an age gap is legal in Utah.
I mean, it is.
Doesn't
I was trying. No, it doesn't make it right at all. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what makes the show fascinating to me is that they're like, how's this going to affect mom talk? And you're kind of laughing at it. And then you're like slowly realizing they've had more like intense trauma that they have not dealt with than more reality stars twice their age. Yeah. And that's what gets you fascinated because you're like, they'll be like doing a dance and then all of a sudden they'll be like, well, when I was, touched at 3 years old, like they'll say something so like horrifying and they're not like saying it with tears in their eyes. They're like kind of saying it matter of fact. And then they're talking about brand deals. And I'm just like, this is really the show of 2025 in some ways because it deals with like social media and also the kind of the Mormon faith. It seems like these ladies have been put through so much because of men in a lot of cases and the way that they're all mothers. I mean, they're all, when I interviewed them, like, I was like, oh God, you're all mothers here. Like you're all mothers. You forget sometimes that they all have kids. You're like, cause you're like, you're out there, being kids still and you have kids.
Yeah. And all of their marriages are bad. All of their relationships / marriages, like they're like, it's not.
But think about it, because all of these guys are young too. They haven't even gotten fully developed.
And they're all like awful. And I think it's part of like their culture where like the man is the, except
and that's another thing is that they're so much more successful than like Michaela is like, I can pay for my whole family right now with one brand deal.
And so they're all like stay-at-home dads and probably feel like, maybe emasculated about that. But like they're
Jesse's husband's dad talk hat. I wanted to throw in the.
I hate Jordan. The only ones that I think are normal-ish are Macy and her husband Jacob, who someone on Reddit pointed out looks exactly like Charlie Kirk or like a yesified Charlie Kirk.
Oh my God!
I didn't even kind of see now. But Macy and Jacob definitely have like the most normal relationship.
I told you I listened to Macy's audiobook and it was so matter. I really, I didn't enjoy it because it's like really tragic, but it was like kind of matter of fact talking about things. It was like admitting all but it was like normal young behavior of like, I let this guy feel me up or he was doing this or I felt pressure to do this. But then it's like they're having kids and then the father of her child, like, they were texting about him cheating on her and he got into a car accident that killed him. Like insane things that you're like, how are you still standing? And that is weird. It's weirdly inspiring, but the Mormon faith part of it, you always got to not discount religious indoctrination. And that's why even Mary Cosby this week on Salt Lake City with her church, it's always fascinating. Like everybody's like, oh, I wouldn't do that. You get raised in a church that is telling you how to live with family that is like abiding by that church. I'm telling you, you will have behavior that you will be shocked at like 20 years from now because you will follow what you are told because you want to get to heaven. You are told to get to this highest place. You have to do this. Yeah. And then through those journeys, you're getting touched inappropriately. It's really heartbreaking. But at the same time, you have to pay attention to it. Like, it's like, don't discount the religious aspect of this. That messes up a lot of people.
Totally.
And I'm not saying that God doesn't exist. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that it seems like with these churches, it causes so much harm to young women in particular.
I think about how just scary it would be if I were a Catholic Like, I just have so many friends that talk about Catholic guilt. Like, think about being a child and you're like, oh my God, if I do this, I am going to burn in hell for eternity. And when you're young, you're like, yeah, that's 100% real.
I was raised Catholic. I was an altar boy. I did the whole thing.
Yeah.
And this is, but I remember when I first inappropriately touched myself at like 12 or 13, I didn't know what I was doing. And I thought I was going to hell. Like I legitimately did not understand. I still don't understand it, but I didn't. And I thought I was, it was the biggest sin ever. I'm so sorry. You guys don't need to have that image.
He goes, I touched myself inappropriately.
It's like that's my guys. I'm really coming out against myself. I need to really let it go crazy. Like this man
touch against yourself.
But I felt so guilty. I felt so guilty. And you're like, holy shit, I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. This is horrible. Oh my God. And
that would mess me up for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that is that thing. And then you have to go to like penance, you have to go in that thing and you're like, it's been like 4 weeks since my last confession. I did this. And then you'd be like 4 Hail Marys, 3 Our Fathers, and you'd have to go and do that. And then you're magically forgiven, supposedly, Yeah. It's like these weird magical rules in religion that you're like, if God's up there just laughing at us, like none of this counts. None of this counts,
Did I ever tell you at the time I went to church, it was obviously a Catholic church because they did the, what's it called when you eat the
communion. Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, crackers. I think it was like bread actually at this church. Yeah. And I like ate it.
Dude, Sophie, no, I mean, it's the body of Christ and the blood of Christ. But I have to tell you, I used to, this is so bad. I used to sneak some of those because I thought they tasted so good. And then I was like, dude, if they made these in nacho cheese and Cool Ranch, like it would be a hit. Those wafers, just something about them hit differently. I didn't care about the wine. I wasn't like, get drunk at church. But those wafers, man, like I really could have eaten a whole bag of those,
Oh my God, wafer, like like nachos.
Dude, what if we go into business? They're like, they started with the podcast, but then we created an empire with their wafers, and we'd get automatic publicity because all the Catholics would come out against us and we're like, no, we're not trying to we're not saying anything about religion. You just have a really tasty product, Okay. So anyways, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, I think it's really worth the watch. I'm really curious, though, with Taylor Frankie Paul becoming the Bachelorette, which they're close to ending filming. Does that mean like whoever she chooses, that guy's got to join Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? Like, how does the crossover work here?
I have a lot of questions about the crossover.
And did you see Dakota was flirting with Brooke Nader at the press event a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, Brooke Nader. I think that obviously was like some publicity because the Love Thy Nader, her show is also on Hulu. But I don't know. I have a lot of questions because the finale ended with her and Chase having like flirty banter. And then obviously she's like still having this like off and on thing with Dakota. It's like how I did not get the impression based off watching the season that Taylor's ready to go be the Bachelorette and like she's ready for
not at all
real love.
She went on a 14-day like spiritual retreat, and I was like, that doesn't mean you're like just all healed.
This is not gonna. I mean, like I want to be optimistic, obviously, but I don't think it's gonna end in like true love for her. Just because I don't think that she's ready.
But that's reality TV. Like, if it didn't in True Love, that would be something that we haven't seen in a long time.
No, for sure. Like, will it be entertaining? Absolutely. But, like, do I think that she, is actually going to meet her forever, her Mr. Right? No. But that's okay.
I think the percentage of people that meet their Mr. or Mrs. Right on reality TV has got to shrink every year. Like, we've got to get the data on this.
Speaking of people that didn't find their Mrs. Right after 4 tries on The Bachelor, Nick Viall. So he's obviously no longer hosting the reunion.
Which I was going to say, Stassi Schroeder, which comes out next week after Thanksgiving. Stassi Schroeder is the host of the season 3 reunion.
So like, part of me, at first I was like, oh my God, he got fired because everyone hates him and he was horrible. But everyone was like, well, he signed that deal with Netflix. So it seems like, he just has exclusivity with Netflix now. And Stassi is in the Hulu family now. But it's funny because, like, Stassi is better than Nick Viall, but I don't like Stassi either as the host.
I will say, like, I'm curious to see her do this. Like, I've never seen her like, so I'm like, well, maybe she's great at it. Like, I'm actually excited to see this. I don't want to come off like a hater here. And I'm like, I do want to say this about Nick Vialli is he's built like something huge. His show is huge, all of that stuff. All of it. I give that all up to him and his team and all that stuff. But I was watching clips on TikTok because he had Special Forces on Fox, which was a reality series that just had their season finale, and Gia Giudice was one of the winners. But he interviewed, he kind of did the reunion on the Viall Files, and Cody Brown, who I love to hate on Sister Wives, he was questioning him. And part of it is he's just so damn monotone that me personally, I kind of start nodding off. Because it's just Cody, do you think it's with Robin that you do this? But I'm not saying I'm not saying he's bad at what he does. I'm just saying for me personally.
You can say it. I'm the number one Nick Viall hater in the world. You can say it. I think it's not only his way of speaking, and I know I'm not trying to make fun of his speech impediment that he's talked about before. He's monotonous when he talks. He's boring to listen to. And he's also his personality. He's so smug and so condescending and patronizing.
Yeah, there is a smug. I do. Every clip I see, there does seem to be a smugness where I'm like, does this guy have a good time ever?
I didn't even watch the reunion for the last season of Secret Lives because I can't stand him. But every time they would flash back to the reunion and he's sitting there leaning back with his legs crossed and his cowboy boots. And he's just so fucking smug and unprofessional.
But see, that's me. Where it's I like an Andy Cohen. I like somebody that gives a little energy. I like, that's why I'm curious to see what Stassi brings to it. It's just that for me personally, the only people that I there used to be this interviewer on PBS called Charlie Rose. I think he got canceled in the Me Too movement, but he used to do these.
Speaking of Stassi, she named her daughter after him.
Oh yeah, right.
Hartford Charlie Rose. What's Stassi's last name again?
Schroeder or Clark?
Clark.
Yeah.
Hartford Charlie Rose Clark.
Well, I used to love his interview show because he would talk to celebrities, actors, writers, directors, but also tech people. And he could have a conversation about anything. And he sometimes would be a little monotone, but he was so good at what he did that you just didn't care. He was and he listened to everything that person was telling him, and he was so adept. But I don't know. I guess it's your personal preference. But obviously, he must be considered one of the best if he keeps getting these opportunities,
I mean,
yeah, who knows?
I guess you could say that, but he's hosting a new show on Netflix called Age of Attraction about age gap relationships.
Which, by the way, Rebecca called it. She was like, I bet he has Caroline Stanbury and Sergio on. And then he did this week because they have an age gap relationship.
Really? Oh
yes.
So gross. He started dating Natalie when she was 19. Let's never forget it. And he was in his late 30s, 30, 38 or 39.
Cue the jacks. You ain't perfect either, sweetheart.
You're no angel either, sweetheart.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So, also back to Dancing with the Stars, Alex Earl, really quick. She's dating this football player, this Braxton guy or something that got injured. But Rebecca's very curious because we have not, are they still together? Because he hasn't been at Dancing with the Stars. He hasn't been there.
I think they broke up, but they're not announcing it yet because it'll overshadow, this whole thing too much, the Dancing with the Stars of it all.
Yeah.
So I think they're waiting until after Dancing with the Stars to announce it, but they're definitely broken up because he hasn't been there at all.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they'll announce after Dancing with the Stars. Hey, were you as upset as I was when I was sent a picture of Kim Kardashian with what turned out to be an elephant Birkin? Did you see this?
I didn't see that.
You didn't fucking see this? She was showing off the elephant Birkin. I'm shocked that you did not see this. This was just this week.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, I'm looking now. Oh,
yeah.
So sad. That's so sad. I hate
it was just a couple days ago. It's a rare elephant leather.
I'm sorry. In the Birkin, I'm zooming in. It literally looks like
elephant skin.
The texture is elephant skin. Oh my God. And I know because I went to an elephant sanctuary in Thailand during my honeymoon, which is the most annoying sentence. But that's so sad. That's so it makes me so upset.
I'm so shocked that you just heard about this right now.
When am I consuming Kardashian content these days?
I guess that's true, but I just thought it reached I thought it reached over the. I thought it reached to everybody on that one because I think everybody was so disgusted.
Transcended the Kardashian binary.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of people said this was disgusting and shameful. And, Kim, there's got to be better ways to get attention. She was wearing like a paperclip dress or like some kind of pin dress like a couple days ago. And then she posted a video this week on her Instagram about her process of studying for the bar exam, which she failed. And she cried in it. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, she's like, listen, you guys try it. Like, I know that I'm doing my best. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you want from us? What do you want?
Why don't you get off your ass and work, Kim?
It's like, well, listen, I don't doubt she's not. I don't. But like, she's not going the normal route for this thing anyways. And it's like these lawyers, they go to years and years of school, and like you're doing this different way of learning, and obviously it's going to take you a lot longer. But you don't need to prove to us anything. So when you then throw this video out there, it gets 1.7 million likes on Instagram. It's like, what is the purpose here? Like, are we supposed to then like feel bad for you or root for you? Or what's the deal, And All's Fair is still out there airing new episodes. I have not watched like the last couple. I enjoyed it. Have you been watching it?
Yeah. The last episode was like, okay. I was like, okay, I'm kind of like losing interest here a little bit. But I mean, it's still fun.
It's fun, but it's just like at a certain point, if something's like bad, that enjoyment can only last for so long, right? When there's other good things out there. But I was really pissed about the elephant Birkin. I was like, come on, like, don't we know not to do that at least?
That's really sad. That makes me upset. It's like I've seen an ostrich Birkin just like at, like a luxury store or like a resale store. And the ostrich Birkins, you can see where the feathers were. They have like little dots. It's so upsetting. It's so sad.
This is a very rare, obviously expensive purse, but I just like, dude, like there is this let them eat cake vibe that you've got to chill out with between like the Bezos, Kris Jenner 70th birthday. And it's like at a certain point, these stories usually always end up the same where like normies like us, I do want to tell you something that might surprise you, Sophie, is that I did watch the new episode of the reboot of Vanderpump Rules.
How was it?
Okay. Can I tell you? And I so badly want you to watch it just to, I doubt myself all the time now, but like, I didn't hate it. Like,
I wouldn't expect you to hate it. I don't think people are going to hate it. I think people hate the idea of it. And then once they watch it, they'll enjoy it.
What it does very wisely is it doesn't, besides Lisa, it doesn't rely on like, that's the bathroom, Stassi, fuck Jackson. Like there's no walk down memory lane. So you are getting to know these people where it's like, oh, we see their shitty apartments. Like it does take you back to like, you're like, oh, these are just idiots fighting over bullshit, which is was, at least for the first episode, was a little fascinating. So I was like, oh, it kind of moved at a clip. There was a bunch of doofuses, like douchebag guys, like girls that are trying to have singing careers, or acting careers. And so I was like, it's only a 42-minute pilot episode, but I thought I was going to passionately hate it. The only time it slows down is when Lisa Vanderpump is on, when she's like, you've got to get it together. We're running a restaurant,
No, but like, what if they had like the ghosts of like Tom Sandoval or whatever, like in the background, and then they turn around and then they disappear, and it's like time.
I thought you were going to say the ghost of Jiggy. The ghost of Jiggy's just running around,
No, or it's like one of them is in the bathroom or like washing her hands or whatever, and then she looks up and she sees like Jax in the mirror behind her, and then
but she sees Jax dressed like in the cross dressing from that the bachelor party, yeah. Great. No, but I was like, oh, okay, I think I got to wait for the second episode, but I was like, oh, I could get into this actually, which I just wasn't expecting to kind of get into it. So I'm really curious to have you guys watch it and see what you think, because I might be totally wrong,
Now I want to see like a horror version.
Don't you ever think about that? Like, I would love to see remember those movies, that Cloverfield movie from like 15 years ago?
Like found footage.
Found footage. I would love to see one with the old cast of Roni where like an alien or monster takes New York and then like an episode of Roni's happening in the background where Ramona's like, oh my God, we've got to run. Oh my God. Like if she's like freaking out while the Cloverfield monster's there.
It's like the Bluestone Witch Project.
Oh, because you know that Dorinda
with like the snot coming down her nose.
Dude, when I saw Dorinda last week, she's 60 years old and she looked fan-fucking-tastic to the point where I was like, there might be some kind of vampire thing.
You said that last week. Like, we get it. You want to fuck Dorinda.
Oh, my Catholic guilt is, I don't want to have any impure thoughts right now, not during the show.
You guys touch himself inappropriately.
This weekend we had the F1 event in Las Vegas, which was a pain in the ass last week because they were setting it up and it was like took forever to get anywhere in Vegas. But this F1 racing, I got to tell you, you guys might love this. I have no interest in F1. I haven't even seen the Brad Pitt F1 movie, but F1 took place, a lot of celebrities, but one of the celebrities there with kind of what seems like his new girlfriend, John Mayer, and influencer Kat Stickler.
I saw that. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this? Because I didn't follow Kat Stickler at all. I just was aware now because of John Mayer.
No, she used to date. I really didn't know who she was until she started dating Jason Tartick from The Bachelor.
Oh, yeah.
And so they dated for a little bit. And it seemed like kind of like a social media, like clout chasey relationship.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Her and John Mayer have been seen together like a lot recently. She also, I believe, is a single mom.
She is.
Which is great. John Mayer open to becoming a stepdaddy. I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, I don't know that I'm curious what John Mayer is into because I was watching her content and it's funny, but I was like, maybe I'm being elitist or something. I wouldn't think he would be into that, like she's doing like funny videos.
Because I agree that like I haven't really connected with her content or don't like in comedy is so subjective, right? Like some people love her content and think that she's hilarious. It's not my sense of humor. I always feel like John Mayer and I are aligned on humor. Like I always find him really funny.
Yeah.
So like it is kind of surprising, but
I'm just curious what the sparkling conversation, like them back and forth, they must just be throwing jokes at each other and doing bits, what that's like.
My coworker saw Andy Cohen at Julius's in the West Village yesterday.
Oh,
and
really?
I was like, oh my God, you should have like accidentally dropped your wallet in front of him and said, my cards. But he said he was too scared to go up to him.
Yeah, I was scared to meet him last week. Some quick hits. Jenna Lyons has announced that she is not coming back to Real Housewives of New York. I think we kind of all knew that already. So it looks like obviously Jessel, Sai, and Aaron Leachy are going to be the ones in Roni, and they're going to fill out the cast with new people, which is like, okay, I'm okay with that. Candy Burris has announced her separation or eventual divorce from her husband, Todd Tucker. And she is going to be starring on Broadway on Anne Juliet, December 10th. But this was long rumored. Todd Tucker was not at BravoCon when she accepted the Lifetime Achievement Award. But I was kind of sad for this. They were together 11 years. They have 2 kids of their own. And I just hope they were spotted together today with their family. I just hope this is it would be nice if this was a divorce or separation that is not toxic. I was thinking about like Aaron Pfeiffer's and Denise Richards, or like, it would be like if they actually just said, yeah, it just kind of ran its course. Like, I don't know if there are divorces like that, but it would be nice if this is one and this doesn't get dragged out. But like, I do wonder what kind of money he's wanting.
I guess we'll find out. Fingers crossed. Roni, Bravo and Cocktails posted that Serena Kerrigan may be one of the new Roni housewives, which I think is very interesting given the fact that she's 31. She's only 31 and she is not married.
Oh my God. You know what? Now that I'm putting this together, Aaron Leachy, because she just has a new like having a party book that she wrote.
Yeah.
And there was a dinner and Lindsay Hubbard was there. Jessel was there. Serena Kerrigan was there.
Yeah, and Serena Kerrigan is awful, you guys. I know that she has been on Ryan's podcast before, so Ryan, you don't have to say anything, but she is awful in my opinion. And we're actually running our rerun episode about her on Thursday. No new episode.
Because of this rumor?
No, it was already planned, but I'm like, perfect timing so people can remember how awful she is. She would be a horrible fit for Roni. She's calculated and just awful.
But Calculated doesn't like some of the best.
And too young. She's only 31.
So, I mean, she lives in New York. Have you guys bumped into each other or follow each other?
But I've told you before how I think I told you how we used to work together, and she was not kind.
Interesting. I did not.
We had interacted at our old company.
I did not hear about this rumor at all, but I don't go looking. I'm like kind of stay away from. But that's interesting.
Not true. I hope it's not true. It was just reported by Bravo and Cocktails, but I really hope it's not.
No, I trust Bravo and Cocktails. She usually gets it right. If
you're listening, do not cast her. It's a bad idea.
Do not cast her.
No, but I'm open to new Roni, like casting influencers and stuff like that. But like, they need to be like housewives types, you know?
Yeah.
Like, she's 31. I just think
it was so
young.
funny. I mean, speaking of her, though, it was so funny. I was watching Amazon Prime. They have that movie, The Apprentice, which is about like young Donald Trump, played by, Jeremy Strong's in it. He plays Roy Cohn brilliantly, but they finally had it. It was like really hard to find, but we don't have like the ad-free one. So I was watching ads and Rebecca was asleep. And all of a sudden, Serena Garrigan popped up doing a Maidenform ad, but it wasn't like a professional one. It was like one where it's like you shoot it with your own phone.
An iPhone. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, like sometimes you'll get those kind of shot yourself ads on Amazon or something like that, where I was like, but I didn't expect to see it. All of a sudden, it was like a minute, a minute and a half ad, which was like great. Also, Donald Glover from Childish Gambino, he took the stage at the Flognar festival that hosted by Tyler the Creator, and told the audience the reason why he had to cancel his world tour last year was that he had a stroke. He had a stroke. Oh my
God, I didn't see that.
And he has recovered from it, but like I was like, oh, dude, this young dude, he had broken his foot earlier in the tour, and then he had a stroke, and then they found out that he had a small hole in his heart. So he is obviously on the road to recovery, but I was kind of shocked about that news. And then finally, shout out to the Church of Satan, who recently has come out against Lisa Barlow and said that they have never asked for donations of Vita tequila, like Lisa Barlow said that she has given the Church of Satan at the end of this past week's episode. Sophie, what are your thoughts on the Church of Satan distancing themselves from Lisa Barlow?
I mean, that's so embarrassing.
For who?
Humiliating. For Lisa.
Yeah, it's like it's a tough week for the Church of Satan of like, we don't want our name involved with Lisa Barlow, you know?
It really is. Like, imagine the Church of Satan being like, no.
But like I feel like at a certain point I do feel bad for Lisa Barlow, because I'm just like, I would be so hurt if I mentioned like, oh, Church of Satan listens to my podcast. I'm not a huge fan, but I listen to them, and they were like, we only listen to Snarkbait. I would be hurt.
Zooey Deschanel, like you've mentioned that she listens, and Zooey Deschanel's like, I have never listened. Wait, but I only made it halfway through just because I've been busy with this week. I've only seen half of this week's episode of Salt Lake City. But John and Lisa, their relationship.
John and Lisa had a weird, but then like, I don't think it's fake ever. And I think you would obviously understand John's feelings in that scene. But then I just saw them all weekend last weekend, obviously. And this dude is so in love with her. He's like filming her everywhere she goes. But you can imagine like, yeah, this would be the problems you would have with Lisa Barlow. So yeah. I was kind of relieved to see him stand up for himself in some ways, but I always just wonder how real those things. I mean, they look very real, but then you see them and you're like, oh, they're fine. They're not. There's no problems with them at all. But I don't know. Yeah. I try to believe the best. But yeah, it wasn't a bad episode. It was just an off episode. So you haven't gotten to the Mary's church part yet, where they're dancing and singing in the church.
I know. I need to watch the rest after this.
Dude, Mary Cosby followed me a couple weeks ago, and I have to say, I check it every day now because I know she's going to unfollow me like any day now. Like, I know it, and it just breaks my heart when that happens, you know?
She actually followed me on Twitter, I think, like forever ago, which is kind of terrifying, honestly. I'm like scared of saying anything bad about her now.
Yeah, as an artist, it affects me.
She's the only Bravo celebrity who I'm like, I'm scared, yeah. Like if they follow me,
Oh, wait, and then finally, wait, real quick, what did you think about Southern Charm? You liked it, right?
Oh, I thought it was okay. I thought it was fun. Yeah. I thought it was fun. Yeah, I'm like, what even happened?
Why? But also, if I was Whitney, why would you ever name it Whitney's Lair? I mean, what a way for the eventual police report to look really even worse. Of like, it took place at Whitney's Lair. Like, why would you ever call it a lair?
It makes me think of Ben and Ronnie's impression of him even more.
Well, how do they do him?
They do, yes, mother.
And you know what's funny is that Miss Patricia and Ronnie, especially, they're really good friends. So like, I mean, I remember I told you this like a couple of years ago. Miss Patricia called me, like found my number and called me because somebody, I'm not going to say who, somebody on the podcast like tore into Whitney. And she wanted to talk to me about it. And this was like at Christmas time.
Did I know
I'll tell you off, Mike, who it is. But it was wild. And she was like standing up for her son. And she was like, it was really, I thought I was being pranked at first. I was like, what? And then I was like texted Ronnie and I was like, she's like, no, she's totally cool. But you know, it was just so weird. Like,
that's really scary.
It's all, this whole world that we're in is so scary, Sophie. Anyways,
I know.
What's coming up on Snark So we have a rerun on Thursday with Serena, and then Dark Energy Tuesday on Tuesday, right?
Tuesday tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, actually, we're doing a Patreon about our favorite things in time for Black Friday, Cyber Monday for the girly pops out there and people looking for like good gifts for the girlies in your life. We have like a lot of things that we always.
Do you have any stuff for the girlies' boyfriends or husbands that you recommend?
Honestly, I should have thought of that more, but no.
My bad. Sorry.
Like not stuff that Henry likes. I was thinking of the girly pops, but Henry does that. That actually is a good idea for the future.
Yeah, I want Henry to have like a Henry's Corner on your Patreon where he just gets to talk like he gets to talk like Bitcoin, or he gets to talk what he's watching this week. You know,
he'd be like, "So I'm watching The Big Game." I'm watching The Big Game, and I'm also watching the show on Apple TV called Invasion that no one else is watching. And then I'm also watching YouTube Shorts. Those are the three things that Henry watches.
Folks, Pirates of the Caribbean, give it a rewatch. You will not be disappointed.
So. Also, I was like, wait, it's so funny because with Pirates of the Caribbean, I was like, wait, why are they like undead again? Like, why are they skeletons? Like, it's too complex for me, the plot. And Henry had to like, explain the plot to me.
So you don't understand. They're fucking, you don't get it, Sophie.
Because the treasure was cursed by the Aztecs, okay?
So anyways, you guys, we'll be doing new shows all week. So come back every day, but go Snarkbait, rate, review, sign up for the Patreon, all of that jazz. I hope you guys are going to be okay with your families this week. That can be sometimes either a blast or tough. So I hope it's maybe both rolled into one, but we are here for you with both of our podcasts to get you through this week. So have a great start to your week. And listen, let's try to not like send as many mean comments. I don't know. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, let's just be nice this week. But we're thankful for the baddies. I know I am.
And I'm thankful for the baby snarks out there. So bye, guys.
Bye.